Hey YouTubers, good evening and welcome to World Cinema Reviews. This is your host Frank the Vamp, and we continue horror comedy month with a cool entry. Going back, a blast from the past. Back in 1979, when disco was ending and the 80s were about to begin, came Love at First Bite. And I haven't heard about this for a long, long time. Love at First Bite. It's it's a sweet, comedy, with a horror twist. But it's a product of a time. It's kind of a lot of the jokes are dated, but it works. It works, and it's really sweet. And I think what makes it good is the performances. Directed by Stan Dragotti. He has George Hamilton as an awesome vampire. He didn't do the tan thing. He wasn't tan for this role. He put a lot of white makeup on. There's Susan St. James. There's the beautiful object of his affection, and Richard Benjamin as an awesome shrink psychiatrist. And Art Johnson, honorable mention there. That's awesome. One of the best Rainfields, that I seen. With a maniacal laugh that was later, copied by Peter MacNicol on a movie that I'm going to talk to you next, which is Dracula That I Love It by Mel Brooks. But I completely love this film because, like I said, it's sweet. It carries, like I said, it's dated because some of the jokes are dated, for the late 70s, early 80s. But it's really nice. It tries to bring Dracula to the modern age. It's Dracula by then. All you had was the Hammer films, in the old days, and the late Hammer films tried to bring up Dracula. What will do Dracula in the modern times, and I think later it did with the Satanic Rites of Dracula and Dracula 1972, I believe that was the name of the movie. And Love at First Bite just kind of wanted to do that, so it brought it back to the today's age where the communist government of Romania kicked the vampire out because the people needed to build a gymnastic stadium. That's the Nadia Comaneci, times of the gymnast, and it's really funny how they kicked him out. So he's forced to fly to America, and when he comes to America, he meets the timeless bride, and there's this love triangle with the psychiatrist that it also happens to be a long lost Van Helsing. Reincarnation, and there's a Rainfield, and the story is just very sweet. Jokes are nice. I don't have much to say about this film except if you haven't seen it, it'll be just great to check it out. Like I said, it's the performances. It's Hamilton being awesome. Richard Benjamin is hilarious, and it's the beautiful Susan St. James, awesome in it. Playing the dumb blonde, and like I said, Art Johnson, that's awesome as Rainfield, one of the best and funniest. I recommend you to watch this film. Pretty awesome, I will say. This is a B+ film. Love at First Bite. You'll be coming back for seconds. George Hamilton's been trying to do a sequel for years, but nobody bites. Pun completely intended. Hopefully you enjoyed it. There's way more to come with horror comedy a month. Take it easy, be blessed, and see you next time.